Happy Divine Love Day. Yes, yes, yes. I got my love heart on. Got a little bit of some moons and some crystals here hanging on. Hanging on for what's coming. Whole bunch of energy is here. Are you having fun yet? Welcome to Be So Light. My name is Felicia, as well as Niana, and also known as the Galactic Priestess of Spiral Light. So, let's take a look at today's Ken. And I don't celebrate the Valentine's Day because Valentine's, the whole word, it's after a saint. They made him a saint, but it was after a really cruel butchering of I want to say a pope or a priest. This happened to him. They did that. And then it's crazy history goes all the way back to the Roman period. Between 12 and 3, there's a lot of attacking on women against their will. Yeah, that crazy stuff. And then there's all these things that they do, sacrificings and all that stuff, rituals. No. And that's why you have the color red for Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's all sick little xenomorph people into all that blood stuff. Those cruel history beings back then. Just sad, isn't it? So, let's dive into this. I want to see what today's Ken has. So I literally say Happy Divine Love Day. And I said it at a post office. I walked in and the guy said, "Oh, happy Valentine." I go, "Oh no, Happy Divine Love Day." And the lady looks at me and she goes, "I love that. I can't stand Valentine's Day, but I love that one. I'll use that one." I'm like, this is my world. What are you doing in your world? What are you making happen in your world? How are you showing up in your world? What's going on in your world? How are you feeling about your world? Are you even in your world? Let's start with that. Are you in your world? Are you even in there? All right. Let's take a look at the Love Day Venus. You know what I like about my magical hat? You can change the look of it. Still have my roses, but I get to change the look of it on the outside. Add a little something, takes a little something away. Put a little something, so just be prepared. You're going to see craziness. Guess what? Today's a portal day. I just can't keep up. I am quantum leaping. That's been very severe. And someone else had talked about it on their channel. And I was like, oh my God, yes. So I put her info up in the community because she hit it right on the nail. I was like, yes, that's exactly what's happening. Constantly jumping, this jumping thing. So today's a portal day. Oh, we got this extra portal energy happening today. So let's just take a look-see, shall we? Let's bring this up so I can look at it closer. This is, of course, White Magnet Wind Day. A portal day. It says, I unify in order to communicate, attracting breath, I seal the input of spirit with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power double. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. The color is white. Uranus is the planet. The chakra is the heart, of course. And then we have the earth family, which is the core. So as we look, we have the room for movement, and then we have the meaning of today. Through the galactic beam transmission, all thoughts of everyone are personally connected to and stored on diskettes. These information pools form the foundation of the chromocellular archives. Ooh. I'm like, ooh, chromium. Oh my goodness. All right. So we are in the first mental sphere, which is this portion of the head here, cosmic creation. And that's where our energies, gate 108, still dealing with that 9 energy. Electric output. Speaking of electric output, because today is a portal day, no wonder why things just went so easy today, because it's my world. My world is all about what I want to see in my world. And we're going to have to get used to saying that. What is it that you want to see in your world? How do you want your world to really show up? What do you want to show up in your world doing? Okay. Now just pay attention. Bear with me for a minute. So I'm so busy. I have like too many studying things going on. I got my study on my naturopath stuff I'm doing, and then I'm studying the more in depth of the chakra in the mind and the soul journey, how that works, how that goes into, and then there's always the information that's coming in that I'm researching and I'm looking and I'm saying and I'm asking questions to the higher self. Are you having good higher self conversations? So let me play with my light for a second. What's going on here? Da, 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 da. Oh, I like that better. Kind of like a sunburst thing. Okay, so let's look at something. Imagination. That word imagination. First, when you look at the word IMAGINATION, okay? Imagination. You are the magi of your nation. Yeah, I want you to think about that. Look at that word. Just look at it. Let me print it out here. Let's do this. I'm going to underline that, and then here, AGI. I'm going to underline that, and then NATION. Okay. So when you see the word imagination, I my magi, okay, nation, I am the magi of my nation. I am the magic of that. I am the magic, the wizard, the creator of the nation that I represent of myself in my world. What are you putting in your world? What does your world look like? What is your imagination telling you in your world? What is your world? What does it look like? So are you trusting yourself when you look at your world? How are you redefining yourself? What are you believing of yourself in your world? What is your world transcending? What's it saying? What is it becoming? Okay? So when you look at your world, are you happy in it? Are you not happy in it? What are you creating? So I'm going to sum this up really easy. So then I shared this story before, and this fits perfect with this teaching. Okay, so remember back I told you all about the time when one of my cars I had. And by the way, when you are moving up in energy and frequency and vibrations, you, when your energy is up, you have to have a vehicle, a car that can handle your energy. Because if your car can't handle your energy, you're always going to have a lot of car problems because it can't handle your frequency. Okay? You're going to have a car that can handle your frequency. So, my mouth has been dry today. Hold on. Let me get my water. Okay. All right, let me get my water. I was drinking some cranberry and aloe. So, what is your world about? What is put into your world? What are you creating in your world? Okay. It's a powerful thing when you can say the words of, oh, that's not a part of my world. When you say it in that way, that's not a part of my world. That's not a part of my world. That's not what I'm seeing in my world. That's not what I'm cultivating in my world. So now remember, I told you the story. My car had died. It was a Ford Escort. Yeah, but it was like an upgrade type, but whatever it was, it didn't last. Okay, it broke down, and then I got another one that was, I waited, and then got another one. But this particular Ford car, it was a Ford Taurus. There it is. Hi, lovely. Hi. Happy Divine Love Day. So it was a Ford Taurus. I remember now. And it was nice. It had a nice booming sound system in there. It was just nice. Now pay attention to what I'm telling you, because I'm just going to reiterate this story again. So this was back in the day when I lived up in Auburn. And I was traveling from Auburn back into Sacramento, working at Elliott's, working with Granger. Okay. So I'm all like, okay, well, let me do my thing. And I remember I got off from work, I pull out in the parking lot, and the car just dies. Just the whole engine locked up on it. I was like, okay. So some guy gave me $100 to tow it away and be done with it. He says, it's going to cost a lot of money just to even fix it. I said, it's not worth it. It's already paid for. It's not worth it. So I drove that car from California to Oregon, from Oregon to Washington, all the way up to Spokane. Okay. Drove that car all the way up there and drove it all the way back, had no problem. And as soon as I get in to Sacramento area, go to work, getting ready to drive home, it decides, well, I'm done, and just dies. So I just remember my friend came and got me, brought me home, and they loaned me, he was so sweet. He's no longer with us, but it was my spirit brother, Andrew. And he says, take my Lexus. And I'm like, your Lexus? Are you crazy? Now that's back in the day. Now keep in mind, this is back in the time when I was still recovering from leaving the husband, getting out of that. And then I was just finishing battling the cancer stuff that was going on. All the cells were not in harmony in the body. And I was just getting out of that situation. And now, now the car thing happens. And I still just haven't reached that point of a lot of love for the self. I was just all about, it sucks down here. This is the worst assignment I've ever gotten in my entire being, and I want a refund. Can I go now? Can I leave? I just, that's where I was. So I didn't want to check in. I just got tired of all the stuff I had to put up with. So my spirit brother turns around and he says, just use my Lexus until you figure out what kind of car you want. And I'm like, huh, what? So I used his Lexus business car. Nice. It was so nice. It was, wow, I didn't driving along in the Lexus, and I was like, I can't even feel the road. I can't even hear the engine. Is it on? I was just, wow, this is nice. But Spirit was showing me, don't you feel good if you could just allow yourself to have these things? And I was like, yeah, this is nice. I like this. Instead of struggling and working yourself to death to try to have those things. Notice how I said that. To try to have those things. So I'm like, okay, so I'm doing my thing, and then I give his car back. It was like after a week or something. I had something coming up, and I said, well, I'm just going to kick it for the weekend. Here's your card back. And he goes, you sure? And I said, yeah. He goes, I don't need it back. I said, just take it. If I need it, I'll call you and you can just come pick me up again. He goes, okay. So I have another friend at that time that was my teacher. She comes, picks me up. We went out doing some kind of antique thing, running around. And I remember when she bring me back, it was storming. It was raining and lightning, and it was a hooping and a hollering outside. It was just cray cray. So the wind was just coming up and everything was just, you know. We're sitting in the truck. Now she had this big red truck that she just got for herself. Big Toyota truck, huge truck. I'm like, you only 5 feet tall. What the hell are you doing in this big ass truck? She goes, I just wanted a big truck because I'm always, going around antiquing, doing stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So we're sitting out on the side of the road in front of my little cottage home. It is just pouring down rain. And I'm sitting there going through the woe is me syndrome. And she, being who she is, she's listening to me. And she's like, you're going to be fine, Flea. You're just going through the test of times and your soul is leveling up. You're just going through some stuff. And I said, well, this sucks. I can't stand it, And I said, I need a car to just get me from A to B and C if need be. So I said, and you know what? I want to have to pay for it. I want a free vehicle. Somebody's got a car sitting around. They're not doing anything with it. It's just sitting there. I don't know who it is, but somebody has a car. They're going to give it to me because they can. And she says, now this is the lesson part I want you to pay attention to, because this is where all of us mess up in our manifestations, okay? When we denote ourselves of this, and I'm going to show you exactly what she said. And I've taught this many times. She tells me, and she looks at me and says, now keep in mind, it's pouring and raining outside. Best time to manifest. It's pouring and raining. Wind is whipping up. Lightning and thunder is happening in the sky. Best time to manifest. So she looks at me and tells me, well, I don't know anybody that would just give somebody a car, let alone give it to them for free. And I went, and this is what I said. That was the most powerful thing to say. And this is where you have to remind yourself, what world are you living in? Is it the outside world or is it your inner world? Yeah, because that's what time it is right now. Okay, pay attention. I put my hand up and I go, ah! I said, that's the belief of me in your world. I'm in my world. And I say in my world, this is going to happen. And I'm going to have that within this week, next 2 days or less. Because it's my world and I'm asking right now. That's how this is happening. And I said, period. So when you say period, that's a spell within itself. You just period. Okay. Now this message has gone out to the heavens, into the realm, into the storms of the waters, and the thunder and the lightning. And they're all saying, the young one has spoken. Let's make it happen. The beloved, loving, divine gods are dancing above, and they take my message and they go and they search. And they're looking and scouring the area, and they say, oh, here we go. Here it is. Match right there. Boom. Friend back in the past, went to nursing school together. They were in a car in nursing school, just sitting in the driveway. Okay, here we go. Get inside, doing my thing. Next morning, I get a phone call from a friend. Hey, Flea, what you doing? I said, oh, nothing much. What's going on, Hanson? Oh, well, I was just wondering, we were out and cleaning up the garage and stuff and moving a lot of stuff. I said, oh, you're doing project cleaning, huh? And he goes, yeah. And I go, okay. And he says, how's your transportation? Do you have a vehicle? And I said, well, it's funny you should ask that. My car just died just a week ago. Oh, really? And I go, yeah. Says, I'm looking for a vehicle. He goes, well, guess what? I go, what? He goes, I have a vehicle for you. It's not much, but it'll get you around from A to B, and then see if it need be, right? He goes, yeah. And I go, okay. And it was I'll never forget it, a little white Pontiac Lamaze that me and my two friends at the time when we were going to nursing school, going to school together, the twins, we would hop into this car and go to our schooling, go to our clinicals and go to the library and write out our care plans and do all the nursing stuff. But we were always in the little white Lamaze. So at that time, his wife just took the car and kind of parked it in the driveway, and it just sat there. Did nothing with it, just sat there. And then they moved it inside under some kind of cubicle thing and it stayed covered up, but it just sat there. Not going nowhere, just sitting there collecting dust, cobwebs, whatever. So he tells me, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And I go, wow, what you going to do? You still got keys for it? He goes, oh, hell yeah. All it needs is some new tires, an oil change. I'll even get the radiator checked out and get all the fluid put in it. Get a brand new battery for you. Make sure I'll go down to DMV, get a change of ownership because it's all paid for. All I'm going to do is put your name on it. And then I'm going to come and pick you up in it. I said, well, he goes, yeah. And he says, it's going to run because it's just been sitting here. All it needs is tires and a battery and some oil, some love. And I know you got the love for it. And I go, yeah. He goes, okay, I'll come and get you the following day, which was tomorrow. I'll come get you. I said, okay. I get off the phone. I look up and I say, thank you. And then I call my friend that I was in the car with that was going to say, I don't know anybody. And I called her. I said, well, remember when you said you didn't know somebody that would give somebody a car? I said, I pick up a car. It's actually coming for me tomorrow. Don't have to pay for it. All it needs is blah, 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 blah. She goes, girl, you just got that. You just got that. When you say something, it just happens. I need you to constantly remember that. Because that's your biggest struggle is you forget what you say. You make it happen. You gotta come back all the way. And I was like, okay, hang up. And I'm standing there and I'm looking at us like, yeah, I did do that, didn't I? And I started thinking back a whole bunch of other things that I spoke into materialization right there. And it happened. And I was just like, how is it when we're going through stuff, we forget that magi. That magi that's in you. You forget that magi. You forget the imagination. You forget it. You're trying to treat it like it's separate from you, but it's really not. It's a part of you. So I remember when he picked me up in it, car had some speed, had a good sound system. I said, I remember this car. Had seats were good. Nothing, I mean, it wasn't ripped up or nothing. Nothing was like, oh, this is a piece of shit ass car. No, it wasn't like that at all. Paint was intact. There was no rust marks on it. It was just a car that was just sitting there and they just didn't know what to do with it. So boom, that happened. So that car lasted me for 3.5 years. It got me from A to B and all the C in between. And then that was when it was time and it was done. It died the day that I was looking for a new car. It died on that day. It was done. I said, damn, time to just move into the next upgrade. All righty then. And I think for that one, I got a Mitsubishi hatchback Mirage, and it was a beautiful, this beautiful blue, like deep blue, but not so deep, midnight blue color. It's really beautiful. And I had a good time with that car. So the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of times we forget. We forget our magi. We forget our magi. I magi in my nation. What are you creating in your world? This is where a lot of people, they struggle with financial stuff. They struggle with, business stuff. We all do it because we forget about that I magi in your nation. I forget. Why are you forgetting your I magi in your nation? You the one ruling your world. So this is where you really do have to step into the self, and you step and you look and say, okay, what's happening in my world today? This is what I'm setting up. This is what my world is going to be today. Now let's drive forward to today. I woke up. I said, okay, I got things to do. I got to handle all the phone stuff. I got to get that taken care of. Got to make a trip down to Verizon. How long is that going to take? And then I said, well, wait a minute. It's my world. I govern my world. Okay. How do I want it to be? I don't want to be there forever. I want to get this done. I want to be the first one in. I want it to be easy to move things over and get out of the other one and get my upgrades and get all the things that I need. Just like that. That's what I need. That's done. Okay. I get there. I'm the first one there. Only one there. With this young man, Tony. Now, every time I get with a Tony, magic happens. Every single time I get with a Tony, I don't know what it is with that Anthony name, the Tony name. All you Tonys out there, you Anthonys out there, you are hidden angels for people that need to get stuff done. And you just show up, you just align yourself with that alignment. And you just say, I'm here. I'm right here, ready to go. Let's go. So his name is Tony. And I'm like, okay, Tony, this is awesome. So get everything set up. It happens so fast. Technology is just so boom, 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 switch, 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 done, 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 load, 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 put that in here, charge that up, done. 33 minutes. Yeah, 33, yeah. Done. And I looked at him like, I brought my big ass book with me so I could sit while this process takes time. We're done in 33 minutes. It's 9:33. I said, holy crap-a-lola. He goes, yeah. I said, well, he looks at me and goes, well, happy Valentine's Day. I said, happy Divine Love Day to you. He goes, oh, I like that. And I said, well, what do I do with this one? Oh, just take that, put that in that box, and then go to UPS, open up, get your QR code. The guy will scan it, and then they'll send that one back to the factory. And I go, thank you. Sure enough, and I said, in my world, I said, now, when I go to UPS, I don't want to be waiting. I want to walk in, get my help, in and out. I walk in, can I help you? There was someone right there at the thing, and I said, oh, okay, I guess, yeah, I'm next. And I was like, loving this. In and out. Scan, scan, box, box. Here's your thing. Have a good day. I said, you too. Have a good, happy Divine Love Day. And I get to the car and I'm like, oh, it's on. Come spring, because I already feel spring tapping at my heels. And I said, oh, this is going to be good. This is why some people see certain things and others don't see those things. This is why a friend of mine shares with me, wow, I ran into one of my neighbors. She was drenched. She comes up to me telling me it's storming like cats and dogs outside and it's raining. But I walk out and all I'm seeing is just sunshine. I have no idea where she was. She went outside. She said it was raining. I said, where's the clouds? I said, well, what's happening in your world? What's your timeline? What did you jump into? Quantum jump time. I like that. Jump into it. That QT time. I like that QT time. I'm jumping into that time. QT. Okay. So that quantum jumping, a lot of us are going to be experiencing that. And if you haven't already been experiencing it, and you will feel tired when you're moving into those energies and moving out of the old timeline. Now, this is where I need you to really start paying attention to what you are reliving in your world. What is the cycle that keeps repeating itself? Especially if you move from one place and you move to another, but it's still the same thing following you. What is that? Did you make a conscious decision to change your world? Are you the magi in your nation? I really want you to think about that. Because today I was just having a good time just in my world. Not worried about all the stupid ass cloney AI attended looking beings running around trying to get my attention. I don't care. I know what time it is. I know what the gig is. I know what the fuck is going on. And I said this. Now get this. All right? I said this. I think I said this in my private group somewhere. Remember when we were all having problems? You were experiencing some egg issues. Oh, the price of eggs went up. Oh, we don't have any eggs here. Oh, the eggs, can't find my eggs. Oh, it's a bird flu. Oh, all that stupidness that they're doing. I'm going to say this because I don't care. I'm in my world. And what I say in my world, that's what it is. So as these dum-dum beings running around hijacking the eggs, they got plenty of eggs over in Italy, France, no problem with eggs over there. They got plenty of eggs over there. They ain't got no issues over there. Want to know how I know? Because I got currently loved ones over there visiting. Having a good time. And said eggs are cheap over here. See the storyline? See the just makes you want to smack those liars. So yeah. So, and then we come back here. So I remember before the Super Bowl, going into Whole Foods, the whole section of the egg section was gone. There's no eggs to be found. All the eggs were missing. Where were the eggs? Gone. But oh, they were conveniently still showing up in their breakfast burritos. Okay. So, I said when I passed by it, I said, watch. After the Super Bowl, after the so-called ritual that they're doing with the eggs and the fertility rites or whatever they're doing, the dumb stuff. Notice how I say that because I don't care. So I said, now watch. After the game, watch. All of a sudden they're gonna get their eggs back. Sure enough, I go in. Super Bowl was on Sunday, right? Went in on a Monday. Had to go get some water, get a couple things. Wow, look at this. The eggs like just magically appeared. Right there. Just all the eggs just came out of nowhere. Now, I wonder who was participating in the rituals. Was it Whole Foods and all these other stores where you were having a hard time trying to find some eggs? Were they participating in the fertility rites? Fertility ritual ceremony? Yes. Yes, they were. And that's why they hijacked your eggs and telling you this stupid story. So I've just been paying attention. I said, look at that. Look what kind of world exists on the outside of you. Makes you that much more want to say, no, you shall not pass into my world. I govern my world, not you. Yeah, that's kind of feeling that you just want to whip up with that, right? Good. Don't forget it. Everything from this point on, we got 2 months of whatever crappiness they're going to throw at us. We got 2 months of shifting into these higher and moving and jumping and leaping. And every time someone goes and says, well, we'll just move it ahead a little bit more, they're moving this timeline so much that if I'm watching something on Pluto, I already know when they're messing with it because all of a sudden everything clicks out. I'm like, oh, here we go. And then all of a sudden, the video goes back a few minutes. And so I already saw this. Why is it going back? And I'm like, oh, look at this. It's happening. This happens so much now. I just click out of it, click back in to get to where I was. Because I don't want them resetting my time. I'll set my own damn time. Get out of my world. Okay? I'll do it myself. You got to be like this now. You can't, I told y'all, you can't be doing that being nicey. No. You got to go in and you are the Magi. Magi Nation. That's right. And I want to make sure every single one of you understand that. Don't be giving your energy over to this outside Calawampic breaking down system that's going bye-bye. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it breaking down? Yeah, it is. Thank God. Thank Creator that this is breaking down. The falsity, the false light, the system. But we're not even going to fall for the made-up one that's going to try to take its place. We're not falling in line with that. Nobody needs to be enslaved. Period. So today, make this a day that you really go in and make it yours. Get in the habit of, in the morning when you wake up, you're like, checking in. What does my world look like today? I'll tell you what it looks like today. Higher self, check in. All my guidance, check in. All the ancient ones, check in. Let's do this. Set it up before you leave out the door. So everybody is in alignment with you when you leave out the door. Your car even knows what to do because now you're holding the whole frequency. Oh, okay. Priestess needs to get here. Let's get there. Priestess needs to go here. Let's go there. Priestess needs to be here. Let's go there. Even your car knows. That's what you want. That's how you want to be. Because game on now. And it's going to be Magi's against the artificial AIs. I like that. Magi's against the artificial AIs. Get your magic on. Stop being afraid of yourself. Stop being afraid of who you are and what. Anybody come up in my space that ain't supposed to be there, you're going to meet somebody and it's going to be a dragon and he ain't going to be letting you pass. Just telling you, just saying. You need to have those things. And your ancestors know how to be guardianships to you. You don't need to tell them what to do. They know what to do. You just need to ask. Just ask. Hey, can you guys help me out a little? And when you're tired, lay yourself down and get some rest. Stop trying to push up against the wave. Because right now, there's so much platonic charge energy coming through here. And please be careful of your cell phones. I just saw a video the other day of this young girl. She's in a shopping, and her cell phone was in her back pocket. And for whatever reason, it just caught on fire. She has second to third degree burns from where her phone caught on fire. All of you that like to take those cell phones and stick them down in your bra because you're too busy, you got to keep your hands free, get that thing out of there. All of you men got two phones on you, got one down here and down there. Get it out of there. What are you trying to do? Barbecue yourself? Get it out of there. You're going to have to put that in a purse somewhere. At least with a purse, if it catches, you can go like this. You can throw the purse. You can't throw your pocket on the back part of you. You can't throw that out. Because that's in there. We have a lot of supercharged energy, and that's why you're seeing all these videos about lights and stuff flashing all over the place, and they're blinking all over. It's all because of the platonic charge energy that's coming in, interacting with our electricity. They dancing, communicating. And that higher platonic light is looking at this artificial light like, you have no dominion here, and I am ruling over you. The higher light is saying goodbye to you. So then you start seeing now, let's get ready to rumble. In this corner we have artificial light. In this corner we have divine light. Which one's going to win? We just see these light fighting each other and the lights are blinking. You're sitting there going, I know that's a code. Should we be getting ready for a close encounter of the 14 kind? I'm not really sure. You're looking at that light, and your lights are flashing and blinking all over the place. It's just a charged plasmic light that's coming in. That's what it is. And we have extra static. So just keep in mind, your phones are going to be sensitive to that. Okay? This is charge up time. And sometimes when you're tired, you're going to feel tired because you're tired because you're going to be getting charged up, and you have to let that settle in. You have to acclimate to that. And then those codes come in, and you got to acclimate to that. You got to integrate those codes. And then the next thing you know, you're doing other things. You're jumping into stuff. You're not stopping and thinking about things. You're just saying, this is my world. This is what I'm doing. Boom. If you are a manifestor generator like me, we just do it. That's what we do in human design. You're a manifestor generator. I just go, I align with it and feels good. Let's go. Because if I get in my head and start thinking, nothing's going to happen, I'll So don't soap opera your butt. Don't be a soap opera. Don't sit back and try to get to, oh well, this is today's show. I wonder what's the ending continuation going to look like on Friday? Did I make progress? No, don't become a soap opera. Okay. These are the things we have to step into and remember. Hi, Teresa. Thank you, lovely. Thank you. So now I'm going to draw some cards, and I want each and every one of you to think about what I just said. Okay? Think about it. Really sit and think about it. I've had some time to just relax and be after the whole ordeal with the stupid water heater, and they didn't replace it. They just cleaned it out and got that pilot light to stay lit because somehow whatever wire thing was in there, you can't see. This plumber guy was able to see what the problem was and had to clean it out with this big old Brussels thing, some kind of thing he had to stick in there and clean it. And I was like, what the hell is that? He goes, there was so much stuff on it. No wonder why I kept going out. I said, okay, we'll see how long it lasts. It's done it 3 times, and I'm like, I'm putting up with that. So that was wear and tear and just tiredness, energy have to deal with. But I really want you to think about what I said. What are you in your imagination? Are you the I Magi nation? I Magi my nation? Which is it? Just say yes. Of course so. So let's step into something. Let's see what New Orleans has to say. I went ahead and pulled these out because I'm doing some research with a deck of cards that I got, and I never really did anything with them. I got these cards at the time when Deb was alive, and I remember she said she ordered some Illuminati cards, tarot cards. She never got them. She reordered them, and when she went to go reorder them from the same place where she got them from, they took it up to $300 and something. I said, she goes, girl, somebody don't want me to have them cards. She never got cards. So I got a set of cards, and I said, well, I got a different set. I saw them when I was downtown, and I said, this is different. I've never seen it. And it's called the Illuminati Tarot. And I said, this will be interesting to just kind of read what and how this person set this card up. Just to read the cueing and the stuff in the book, because there's a nice good sized book that comes along with the cards. And I was like, this should be interesting, because it's what codes. It's stuff that you need to kind of know and see what they're doing. It's like this. If you know what your enemy is doing, you stay ahead of the game. They can never surprise you because you already know what they're doing. You already have your own personal looking glass to take a look. Do you move 2 steps forward, or maybe do you move 10? Throw everything off. Oh yeah, I've been getting flashbacks like crazy from the time when I was in school, and that crazy thing that happened to me where I got pulled into this special category because of my test scores. How many of you remember when you were back in elementary school? You remember when they used to take you into a room and they would say, oh, we're going to test your eyesight and we're going to test your hearing and see how your hearing is? You remember those things? Remember that? They weren't testing to see how healthy you are. They wanted to see, can you really hear? And how far can you hear? Can you really see? How far can you see? How gifted are you? Yeah, there you go. So I've been getting these weird flashbacks of the time when I was put in a group because of some kind of test I took, And when I took the test, I scored extremely high on it. And so next thing I know, we would like to bring you into this special group here. This is made for people like you. I said, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You're just special. You're just like everybody else here that has to learn a different way. And we want to just watch how you learn. It was always some kind of equation, something that they would put up, and we had to solve it and look at it. And there was always these testing things going on. And then I remember I got so just besides myself with it. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. This is boring. And they said, I said, it is. It's boring. This is boring. I want to hang out with normal people. What is this? This is boring. I don't know. I guess I insulted them. So when I was telling my parents I wanted to get out of it, because they have to give your parents this special folder that has all this info in it. And I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to get out of this. And then when I was leaving it, I remember this one teacher came up to me, and I went to the restroom, and she, back in that time, everybody had hall monitors and had to watch people where you were going, so you would come out and go back to your class, not hanging out in the bathroom and missing your class. And I just remember she came in there and she says, just know when you leave, we'll always be watching you. Just think of this as guardians. And I said, well, why? She says, because that's the way we are. And she just gave me this smile and tilted her head. She goes, you can go back to your regular, but just know you're not that. And we're always watching you. And I was like, okay, whatever. Never thought about it until all of a sudden with these upgrades and stuff, I started getting these flashbacks. Started remembering it. I was like, fuck! Were they trying to mind swipe my ass then? What were they doing? Always gonna give the parents a little sign-off permission slip. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So if you start all of a sudden having those flashbacks, you'll know why. Because that's part of the old timeline releasing itself, and you're seeing what it is. Same thing, when timelines are moving into each other and things are happening right in that space of that timeline. That space, if you look at the number 11, you know that space right there? So you have someone fly into that space right there. What's in that space right there that you're gonna meet with? And we can't see it until you cross over. Then all of a sudden we can see it. A lot of times things that we're seeing is the after effect of what has already happened on a timeline. And it's just now showing up in this timeline or another timeline, wherever you are, to witness that. Timeline wars. Just remember, that's why you get this. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that either. Oh, I saw this and this. Well, I didn't see that. Yeah. Next 2 months, yeah. Everyone just keep your camera out. Start taking pictures of stuff. Just keep it out there. just know that. It's going to get crazy. And you're going to get further and further away from people who chose to stay in that lower vibration. And they chose not to do anything to change it. They didn't go back and take their essence back. Okay? Just saying. First card, what have we forgotten? We have the initiation, going deeper, the interdimensional scavenger hunt begins. Oh, you bet it does. It begins with you. So look at that. She's walking. She's walking through those dimensional doors. Look, she's going straight ahead, but each one that she gets past is a timeline. Look at that. Okay. All right. Then from New Orleans, we have music healing. I like music healing. Music healing. We got that 4. Music healing. And then we're going to jump into the shamanic star wisdom. I love these cards. And then the stars. Okay. So yeah, I told one of my private group members, I said, I'm gonna be quantum jumping my ass all over the place today because I got things to get done. I got things to do. Talking about ride the broom. My broom has super jets on it. Oh, there she goes. All right. Here we go. Oh, Orion and the Minnetonkins. I like this one. When I saw this card deck, oh, it's too cool. There we go. I said to myself, oh, this is a good one. It's got all that light around it. Okay. And then we're looking at the key is Jupiter. Number 23, this is coming. Jupiter. I'm like, align. And then we have, oh, wow. We have 23 on this one. We have number 24 on this one. Saturn. Structure. Saturn. Oh, I love my phone. Ah, couldn't do this with the other one. There you go. Okay, and then our crystal. Get into your crystals. Did you know working with labradorite, when you're wearing it, especially out in public, kind of makes you a little bit invisible? Just saying, you appear when you want to appear. Like tap tap. Oh hi, how's it going? Tap tap. Gotta go. All right, crystal spirit today is the watermelon tourmaline. This is such a beautiful stone to work with. I love this stone. It's expensive as hell, but I love this stone. It's a nice stone to work with. All right, lovelies. Keep it real with the self. Pay attention to your surroundings. And just know those sounds, those extra sounds and things that are happening. And when we talk about fog stuff that's happening, different fogs everywhere, I want you to remember this. And I thought this was really cool when Spirit and I were having our divine conversation. I said, when we say the word fog, we hear fog, cold, can't see clearly. My mind is foggy. So let me ask you this. When that fog is around, how many of you are feeling kind of like weird, like out of it? Like you can't, just saying. Just saying. That's why you have to be even that much more and master of your world. Okay, this is where we are right now. I cannot stress this enough. You have to really master this right now. This is what it is. Okay. All right, lovelies. I am going to get myself going and got a couple of projects I'm still working on. And things are finally kind of settling out where I'm not trying to put out so many fires of different things going on. And finally, but I needed to get some serious rest. I was tired. Yes, I have experienced being overwhelmed working on relaxing. Yes, yeah. Right now I'm standing on my grounding pad. You can go to earthing.com and get a grounding pad. And I just popped that and I said, I'm gonna get my grounding pad. I was already out some, but there's some weirdness going on in the sky, like these big gigantic clouds coming in, and they're these big fluffy clouds that look like they want to have issues in their tissues. I have no idea what they're planning on doing. But anyway, in my world, I'm just having a good time and doing what I want to do and have fun. And I am not into all this junk going on. And, I don't know about some of you. I just been like, just like, don't want to be bothered with craziness. And it's like, I got things to do. I'm coming up on some things, and I have things that I want to work with people, and who's in my circle. What am I working on? What am I doing? How's my world? I'm studying too many things all at once. But you know what? In nursing, I didn't carry anything less of 30 units or more. One time I had, God, what was the highest one I had? I think I had close to 40 or 50 units. Something. It was outrageous, and they literally made me take it off. Wasn't supposed to carry that many units. Yeah, you're pushing it when you're carrying about 12 units. 18 units, you're pushing it. 20, you're pushing it. Yeah. It's that Capricorn in me. Damn it, Capricorn. All right, everyone. Be good to yourselves. Much love. I just wanted to hop on and tell you to have a wonderful Divine Love Day. Once you know what it really means. And I'm just not down with the old ways. I'm all about the new way. Just saying. Why not? You can have your world be whatever you want it to be. You are the magi of your nation. You are the magic. You're the wizard. All right? Just keep it that way. All right, lovelies. Gotta run. Got things to do. I'll see you soon. Bye.